Oh, I did, yeah. I think so, maybe. Oh well, somebody will tell me. Yeah, I've been checking it. I think it's fine. Oh, we're live. We're live, Anthony.
Okay. Oh, good.
Put some pants on. Put some pants on. Um.
I have two voices on. Let me mute this here.
Why
Okay.
do you have? Okay.
Oh, my YouTube was on.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it just kind of auto. It doesn't really play on my end. I don't know. Somebody needs to. I think on the OBS it says the voice is fine. I don't know. I just been making my voice a little bit lower.
All I know is I can hear myself, so I know that works.
Okay. I think. Oh, never mind. So, I think I need to go a little bit higher. I don't know. All right. Welcome.
Oh, Tyler's on.
I know Tyler is on. Ask Tyler if he wants to come in. Tyler want to come on the show?
You're so mean.
Okay, just because I'm blocked him does not mean I like his audio opinions. Let's just make that clear. Let me ask Tyler if he wants to be on the show. Probably not.
Anyway, what are we talking about today?
I don't know. We're talking about my fancy new haircut.
Oh yeah.
There's nothing to talk about. I forgot to put on my wig today, so it's
That would be pretty awesome actually if you had a wig.
My wig is in the in the wash.
Tyler says I'm wearing an antenna.
Oh, you are wearing.
It does look kind of ridiculous, doesn't it?
Yeah, you are wearing some Chinese antenna. That's Okay, so let's start. Welcome to Audio Discourse. What's the title that I put on? Special edition, gold, titanium, season 2, episode 8. Oh my god.
Inlay edition.
Inlay edition.
Inlay edition.
LE. Special edition, black gold, LE. Right?
Night glow.
Night glow.
Or glow.
Any other like things that we can tack on in the end. So this I so like Campfire Audio started this thing, right, with this multiverse like copyright, like I'm like, you know, I'm pretty sure like Disney have that word multiverse trademarked. I just kind of want to talk about like what do you feel about it, about this, like, I don't know, recycling.
I'm actually trying to find the website for it.
Is it gone?
Oh no, it's under Universal Fit. They used to have a dedicated site to it, but I can't find it anymore.
Right.
What I think about it, I think it probably sells well, so it works.
Probably sells well. Cause I thought it didn't sell well.
Everything is sold out. Well, no.
Oh really?
1, 2, 3, 5 of the 7 are sold out.
I mean, like, it. Well, cigarette sells well, but like we're not gonna debate how good cigarette is, right? So like, like I don't think like selling well should like be the benchmark of whether or not it's the practice is, I don't know, ethical, if that you want to use that word, or you know, because do you remember last time they did this with the limited edition Solaris with the mother of pearl, right?
Yeah. Well, that one is actually one of the days that was available.
Right.
That's the Inlay edition. They renamed it.
Right. So
it's actually funny because they said that we couldn't sell these, so we have a few left over, and we're just gonna rename it to the Inlay edition and sell it now as a new product.
Right. So like it's pretty much just like backstock, and instead of selling it as a B stock, they're just selling it as a special edition. Right.
Well, some of these are pretty Well, they're not really new. They're just the same product in a different color, I guess.
Right. Like, and it isn't like, so like if you already have an Android 2020, you wouldn't really want any of the Android, or the if you have the black edition gold, you don't need the titanium version because it's pretty much the same thing, right? So I just don't. I just fail to understand the reason why they would. Well, I mean, I do know the reason, but like it just seems pretty like Chifi to me because like,
You mean like buying a dragon scale diamond studded VX or
okay,
something
nobody
like that?
bought that piece of. Okay, so first of all, that's like I don't think that, I'm pretty sure that's a meme, and like, well, I mean, it's a literal product, but that's just a different, like,
Actually, dragon scale was also done by Visioneers last year too.
yeah,
They had the dragon scale or Koenig or whatever.
what, but like they have like special materials and stuff, right? It's kind of like saying that
Yeah.
you have like a limited edition card and they come out with like a different color, right? And fine, that's whatever, right? It's I mean, like, but those things don't really uh no care. It's not a new haircut. I just forgot my wig today. Okay, give me a break. Um I feel like it's kind of like a chi-fi way of marketing, and it I just don't think it's honest to the customer. Like, pretty much what you're trying to do is just get rid of your old stock, and I remember because they did the mother of pearl version, and then 6 months later they released the Android 2020, right? So, oh, his camera's gone. Your camera's gone, Anthony. Anthony,
Sorry.
did you have to stand up because you weren't wearing pants? So I had to turn off the
Yep.
camera.
Exactly.
Okay. Um, because like when they did the Mother of Pearl on Solaris, they just kind of released Solaris 2020 like 6 months later, and I feel like if you bought one of the limited edition like Mother of Pearl old Solaris, you were just like you feel like you were cheated out of the new Solaris, cause the older version was just literally the same thing, same shitty sound, and no, it's the same shitty sound, and then they made a better one 6 months later. They knew the like when they released that old shit, just it was just old backstock of the old parts plus a new shell. They're just trying to get rid of their old shit, and then they know the new stuff is in the works. So like after their old stuff all sold out, it's like, oh, guess what? There's a new Solaris. Time to buy it again. I'm like,
There's been actually a bunch of Solaris released since then, I think.
well, yeah, but like so like so now they're just done with this like new multiverse whatever shit, right? I would bet I'm willing to put money on it that they're gonna release like the new Android 2022 or something like in 6 or 8 months.
Oh, they kind of did in this. Well, they released two versions of the Android that are different this time around.
Right.
I'm kind of actually curious. So they released two Androids this time. One was titanium gold,
That's the
and
gold
then
edition. That's a 7BA
and then
without.
which was like the Android gold. Then they released brass king. It's called king, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like all brass. I'm wondering if like changing it to titanium and brass changes the sound because
No,
they don't use
no.
they
Come
don't use tubes.
Remember the
But they use 3D printed housing inside. don't they?
right. That's why. Like it doesn't really like do anything because I believe like the Solaris changed like the housing material on the inside. It probably didn't change the sound either. The change of sound is like minimal enough that it wouldn't have mattered. I think that's the like whatever the consensus was when the Solaris 2020 came out versus the LE. I think.
I think there's only one way to find out is if you buy one. Send
I
it to me.
I think the one way to find out is to buy every single one of the
Yeah.
Andromeda. I,
Yeah.
I mean, like that's what it's catered to, right? Like the people who collects every single Andromeda, and then they just wants to have every single Andromeda, and that's fine. I think like when you're at that point, you're not really you're not really listening to them. You're just kind of like, like a collector mindset. It's like you're
I
having
think
this.
they.
Okay, go ahead.
I think they might be better off just making 6 or 7 different versions of the Andro, just in different colors or different metals, and just
Yeah,
selling those.
definitely. And
Because
you know what? And you
it's
know
by
what?
far their best one.
Yeah, and you know what? And if they do that, and they can like go, they all sound different. You should buy them all, and just name it as like, instead of Campfire Audio, it should be Campfire Andromeda. There you go. The A should be Andromeda, because that's all they make. Like, because like, did the limited edition LE, the Solaris LE, sold out on their site? I don't think it did.
Which one?
The Andro. I mean, not the Andro, the Solaris. The hybrid
That one.
Andro.
Wait, there's 2 Solarises here.
Oh my
The
god.
one, the special edition that they renamed the
Oh
inlay edition
no.
sold out, and then there's I think there's the original Solaris that they shrunk, or maybe it's the
Shrink
Solaris
ray.
2020 that they made gold.
But
I
they
don't know.
already shrunk. They
Whichever one
already.
it
Oh
was.
my god. But the shrunk version is the old black version, except they just made the gold. Oh my god, it's so bad.
Yeah. They took the
It's not
2020 and made it look like the original.
Right. They shrunk the original, except it's just the 2020 with the gold shell. Yes. Thanks, Ken Bob.
If they actually took the original Solaris and shrunk it down, probably would be a better sell to me. But
What do you
at
mean?
the same time,
Like the original
well,
sound?
the original Solaris was the best Solaris, I think, but it had the worst fit.
Are you out of your mind?
Have you listened to the 2020?
No, but like I have heard the original one. It sounds like awful.
Well, imagine that with like worse mids and
I
brighter
can't
color.
imagine it with worse mids, because it already sounds like a $100 IEM.
Well, yeah, if they took the old Solaris, shrunk it down, even the 2020 didn't fit me very well either. But if they shrunk it down even more, and then cut the price in half,
Cut the
then
price
I
in
just-
half. Whoa.
Yeah, then I
I don't
consider.
know. I don't know if you
picking
know technology. I don't know if you I don't know if you have a degree in material science. Usually when you make things smaller, they cost more. Because I
Well,
thought that's literally your job.
but if you're using less metal, then it actually could be cheaper.
Wow. Imagine all the costs of R&D of making things smaller and still function the same. Like maybe like a flying drone of some kind that you're trying to make smaller and still carry the same amount of load.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Maybe something like that. I don't know. Like maybe like was it my job to do that, or was it like your job? I'm kind of confused between.
Harold says $400 would be better, so he's taking my half and cutting that into half.
I just don't think that people should buy Solaris. Period. I just don't think it's a good IEM.
It's okay.
I mean, sure, for
I think I
$400.
gave it a B. I think I gave it a B in my ranking list,
I mean, it's okay.
or B plus maybe.
Okay, would you say that? Would it safe to say for you to say that this is literally just a marketing ploy for them to get rid of their old stock, like without a doubt in your mind?
I don't know, because all of them are custom colored, so
Well, no,
they have.
well, they're just different shells, right? I mean, those are easy.
No, well, I mean, they're the same shell. They just have a different anodized coloring on
Well,
them.
I mean, like, I'm not a material science here. You tell me how hard is to anodize a shell here.
It's not. No, it's obviously not. It's just that
Because literally, when you do electric anodizing, you put them in water and then you put
but
two
it,
things of.
it does cost more if you're buying a small quantity in a special order.
What if you just do it in house? You just put two probes down there in a little bath. Isn't that how it works?
Yeah, some things you can do in house, some things you can't.
Okay, but like still, like, I
There's
mean,
there's
like,
things that deal with EH&S
So,
and
so say
OSHA
say
and
say you invented
environmental
this.
safety.
Say if you invented this nice boot, right, that you just can't fit in any shell, and all these boot that you just bought, and you have leftover, and you're making this new Android that's coming out in 6 to 8 months. But like, can Bob think to himself, I got this like 300 boots and drivers all fitted in, but I just don't have the shell. I have all these shell that's not anodized yet. How did I get rid of all these old stock before I release my new one? I get it. Let's just do a different color and sell them as limited edition. That's literally what he fucking did for the
Possibly. Yeah.
for the Solaris. I granted he the mother of pearl was more of an effort than just a fucking different anodization this time around.
Actually, now that I think about it, whatever happened, you remember when Belsing got food and all of that? And
yeah.
I wonder, I mean, going to your theory here, I wonder if they have leftover Belsing drivers and they're trying to get rid of it.
I have this.
What are you doing?
I was looking at a fly. It's kind of on my microphone. I was gonna swat it, but I guess that would be pretty annoying. But like, I thought they were not allowed to use those driver anymore because of the lawsuit.
Yeah.
So I think like my guess is like I have no evidence of this. First of all, because like remember how Knowles
It's just a lawsuit. It doesn't mean anything until it actually becomes
right.
Goes through all the court proceedings and everything.
Right.
Which could take years.
But it's kind of like a threat, right?
Yeah.
So I think. So don't call like again like that just is a theory, like it's not confirmed or anything like that. So I think what Knowles did is just they went to all this big company and say, hey, if we can sue you, like all of you, or you can just stop using Belsing drivers and we just put this under the table. And I think all of the company who were found using Belsing just say, okay, we're just gonna not use them anymore and just use the Knowles equivalent of your driver for now on, and just don't sue us. I think they probably cut a deal under the table.
I'm sure.
Because like I think like they don't want to go through that trouble. Like all the American companies, they don't want to go through that trouble, right? Because it was which company was it? Was it CFA and then like and
that's a lot of companies.
Yeah, like a bunch of company, right? Like I think some Chifi, like a bigger name Chifi, like what's that? The one that's linked to like
UDC.
Wait, no. No. Like Aureolus, the one that's linked to Aureolus. What is that company? That makes hybrids. Like a bunch of hybrid companies were using like Belsings. Like I don't think 64 was, but like CFA was the big one. That's why like they were just like, yeah, we're just not gonna use it. But like no, I think like call me on this, right? I bet in 6 to 8 months like you're gonna have a new Andromeda. And people who buy these limited editions gonna like, oh well, I guess I'm gonna buy a new Andromeda now.
Yeah, I do like the look of the two new Andromedas. To be honest, the multiverse Andromedas.
You know what? I don't like from a consumer point of view. Spending $1,000 every 6 to 8 months isn't that bad. Like if you really like Andromeda that much,
a lot of money.
Not really. I mean, like 6 to 8 months. Every 6 to 8 months, you buy a new Andromeda. I don't think that's that bad.
Yeah, you must really like the Andromeda.
Well, how about this? I think some people are just not audiophile. They're just Andromeda files. They really like Andromedas.
I have seen pictures of people do that on
so have I.
Reddit. Yeah.
So have I. And it's obviously the only IEM they can sell. So I don't see why not. Right, from like a consumer perspective and from like a manufacturer perspective, there is no reason for them to make anything else other than the Andromeda until people are tired of buying Andromedas.
I guess in related kind of, what do you think about companies like Tyler's favorite ZMF? They have their limited edition woods, and then they're about to start ZMF November. Actually started today, but it really starts next week, where they have limited edition woods and custom.
It's the same. It's the same thing, right? I mean, like I mean, like then you just have a ZMF whatever that that have a special wood on it. I mean, like I don't have a different opinion of it. It's the same bad opinion. Like, is it like some people like Veritas a lot and they buy like 3 or 4 of them. Like, you know, I'm sure you know people that have like, you know, the multiple Veritas, and you yourself have multiple.
Don't have any more.
Well, in the past, and Tyler has 2 and a close, so he has like 3 Veritas. He has 2 open and 1 close. You know, like some people are just born idiots and they like to like, okay, so like I like, you know, like there's people that buys like 3 of the same Ferrari.
What if people buy like 2 of the same wall scrolls, just in different colors?
I think that's brilliant. I think
Like one could be white and red, and the other one could be pink background. You know?
I think that's like, I don't know who you're talking about, but obviously that person have a very good sense of wall scrolls.
He's diverse in his wall scrolls.
I know.
Very eclectic. Yeah.
The irony. Well, no, I mean, like, you know, you can like, you know, as I said, like from like a manufacturer and a marketing perspective, it doesn't really like, you know, it's not really.
If there's
like,
if there's a market for it, it'll sell. Otherwise, they're gonna not sell and not do it ever again. Hopefully.
As I say, there's also a market for cigarette, but you know, we don't talk about those, do we?
Yeah.
But like I feel like it's kind of, I mean, I think in ZMF's case, like because headphone moves a lot slower, like just because like the production, like the life cycle of a headphone moves a lot slower. Is Verite open and close still their flagship headphone?
Yep.
So it's been their flagship for how long now?
About 3 or 4 years, probably.
Okay, so they probably haven't found a new Tiffany driver that's better than whatever Tiffany driver they were using, right? So.
Oh, mean. I guess Fostex has done this too with their TH900.
Oh yeah, of course.
Red, blue, white, green,
and you know what?
Every other color in the world.
The green and the blue, they're like $1,000 more.
The white one's like, I think $1,000 more too.
Yeah,
or something like that.
Like I think the blue
it's
and
crazy.
green are 500, and the white one's like $1,000 more. Yeah, I mean, like again, I think like for headphones, because the life cycle of a headphones lasts a little bit longer. I think you don't really feel too bad about buying a Verite now, like a new one now, and like say, oh, and you will not be the flagship, however you want to think, like it, like, you know, I don't think like them releasing a new headphone, like a new flagship with a different Tiffany driver, would suddenly make your Verite sounds worse. But at the same time, it does like depreciate the value of your headphone if you're ever looking to sell it, right? But like that's done in a very slower pace, right? Because like I'm not the ZMF historian here, so like what was the flagship before the Verite opened? I don't even know.
That was probably the what do you call it? The not Aeolus, the one in between that.
But like it must
Whatever.
be like 7 years ago, right? It's been a while.
I think it came out like 2 years before the Verite.
Okay.
Or so.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, he hasn't been around that long, so.
Right. But like for IEMs, like for not even just IEMs, like from Andromeda, like there's like so many different Andromedas. I feel like
there's more than my fingers probably at this point.
There's more than your fingers and toes, probably.
Yeah, maybe after this week came out here, yeah.
Well, I mean, like you have the original, right? And then
maybe they'll have a Christmas special too that'll come out.
Can you count all the Andromedas?
Very old green, 2019 green, 2020 green. There's like 2 different blue ones. There's Pacific blue and some
Pacific
blue
and mixed wave.
Yeah, and then white.
There's a white one.
Uh, there's this brass and titanium one.
Brass and titanium. Black.
That's 9.
That's 9.
There's
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 also
probably one more that I'm
SS.
Oh yeah.
There you
one
go.
more?
There's
10 at least. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure we're missing an Andromeda, but there you go. 10 Andromedas. I'm sure that somebody has probably more than 10.
I know. I've seen pictures of like all of them up until like the 2020 release. So I'm sure that guy probably got the 2021 as well. So
yeah, but like, think about it from like an ethics perspective. I just don't. So like when you have Justice and like, this is how I want to think about it, right? When you have Justice and Andromeda as the fucking Moondrop Canas Pro or something like that, right? The Moondrop single DD variant of their Harmon tuning, whatever shit. I mean, like, except that all the Andromeda, well, I guess they're kind of somewhat like, some of them are different and some of them sound different, and like, and so does the Canas Pro, right? So like, I just don't understand like why CFA thinks that they can get away. Well, they could, because they did.
They do.
They do get away with these kind of bullshit. I don't know.
Well, would it have been better if they just came out originally with 4 different color choices, like some companies do?
Well, yeah, but they wouldn't sell as many, right?
No, yeah, probably. I don't know. It's hard to say, right? Maybe some people don't like the original green color. Granted, the green stands out compared to everything else on the market, so I don't know.
Sure, I'll probably take in like the black or something like that, but I wouldn't buy Andromeda. But I mean, like,
I mean, when KZ released the Andromeda, they had like 5 different color choices.
Right, exactly. So why couldn't like the fucking CFA release Andromeda with 5 different color choices? It's just a different anodization. Like, I probably like the red the most, the red and gold, the IO.
Oh yeah. That thing was terrible, but yeah, the color was nice. Yep,
the color was nice.
Okay, that was probably I think that's probably my favorite. But after seeing the picture of the titanium gold edition or gold titanium edition or whatever it's called,
are you gonna buy one?
I think that one's probably my favorite.
Tyler should buy it. You should get Tyler to buy it.
It's sold out.
Oh, is it really?
Yeah.
Wow, what a shame. Tyler probably bought one.
Which one? Let me see. Which tuning is it?
It's the 7BA no crossover.
Black or the whatever it's called.
Yeah. It's called
black.
Black gold, and then this one just black gold titanium, right?
Oh, I didn't like that tuning.
Oh, okay. Tyler has that one. He has the
I know
the peasant version of it.
I tried his.
Wasn't that good?
I like the 2020.
Apparently, yeah, they were supposed to be good.
Yeah.
Okay. I think we're done with the CFA.
What?
I don't know what else you want to talk about.
I was gonna. Oh yeah, you haven't tried the timeless yet, so I can't really talk about that with you.
Oh, I don't know, man. You like it a little bit too much.
It's good for $200.
A lot of things is good for $200. I just okay. So we have this conversation, right? Like off stream, about why
From a couple days ago.
Oh no, like last 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
About why people really shouldn't care about. Oh, let me join and show the timeless. Okay.
Is he actually gonna?
Oh shit!
Oh, so you just leave me?
I did not. I fucked it. I fucked it up. All right, we're back. We're back. Okay, my bad. I was supposed to How does it not okay. I was just telling Caleb if he wants to come on, he can. I just have to fix the UI. That's all.
Oh, I see. It's really hard to do. There we go.
Okay. So I had this. Oh shit, he is actually on. Wow, that's a surprise.
Whoa.
All right, so what am I gonna do? I'm just gonna, since Caleb isn't really on the he's okay. So Caleb, can you hear us?
I can. Can
Oh,
you hear
wow.
me?
Yeah.
I'm just gonna recrop it.
I'm here to show the time lapse.
Okay.
Okay, so
Do you
We're
think
not-
it's a hype train that needs to get derailed?
I think it needs to be derailed. I think it's a piece of shit. I don't care. So last time we were on, Caleb and I was talking about how VTubers shouldn't have sponsor streams.
I don't remember that conversation. I only remember talking about how the timeless is the best IEM you should buy over the Moondrop, Blessing 2, and Dusk.
Wow.
Okay, but seriously, last time we were talking about why people shouldn't care. Okay, fine, maybe like under $200 is a little bit too much. I just don't think that people should waste their time with under $100 IEM. What I meant by that is like, you shouldn't waste your time trying to think about what you should buy for under $100. Just find one on the internet and then just buy it. With like the highest rating on Amazon. I don't know. It like, for the most part, it doesn't really matter. I don't understand the appeal of like people wasting their time reading reviews and like buying a handful of under $100 IEMs and trying to like compare which one's better or worse. I'm shitting on you, Caleb.
I'm trying to.
That only works. That line of logic only works if you have plenty of money to not worry about it.
Well, okay, how about this? If you were to actually buy an IEM, right? Like under $100, right?
Yeah.
Which one would you buy? Get out of here, Fly.
Me?
Yes.
Good question. I don't really know.
I'm putting them on the screen for you. Trying to, anyway.
Yeah. So right now, there's I guess there's three options, potentially four. So the first one would be the Etymotic ER2 SE or XR, but that greatly depends on, if you
under $100.
you do or do
They're
not
like
like the fit,
110.
if you care about the fit, that sort of
under
thing.
$100.
The next one I think on the list should be the Moondrop Aria. It's a very good introductory IEM. And a tier below that would be the Tin Audio T2 Plus. It's not like blow your socks off good or anything, but
Okay,
the fit is
first
good,
of all, when you're talking about
whatever.
$100, there's no such thing as blow your socks off good. Okay, Caleb.
Sure,
That's
whatever.
a true statement.
But here is an interesting IEM that Ant has on the screen. That's the Dunu Titan S.
Oh no.
I myself have not heard it, but apparently it's pretty good.
Oh,
so
no.
that might be one to wait and watch out for.
Oh no.
Wait, I have to say what Tom told me to say. This is just a prototype or pre-release. The tuning and the appearance may change before production.
Yeah, they should really change the
disclaimer.
appearance. It looks really fucking bad.
So they're trying to make this, from what I've been told, they're trying to make this, one, it's an open back or semi-open back,
Right.
as you can see. It looks like there's a tweeter on the back of it, but it's just a vent.
It looks like
then-
there's a coffee filter in the back of it.
Yeah, it looks kind of like a portafilter.
Yeah.
But you're trying to get like a cyberpunk look or something like that.
Not
So
trying
they-
hard enough.
I can't say much more, but it's an interesting look. But
You mean awful?
it's no, I mean some people like it. It's very industrial and different.
Some people, I mean,
compared
like,
to,
you mean by Tom?
I'm not gonna speak for Tom,
An IEM only the father can love.
but and then I think they're trying to go, head to head with the Aria on this model.
Oh, okay,
And
so
they are very similar in a lot of ways.
yeah, like they're both Chi-Fi and they're both waste of money. Yeah, sure.
Well, if you only had $100 to spend, this is not a bad set.
Can you stop saying set? It's no, only HPV says that.
It's a set. You get 2. See, 1 and 2
Wow, they should sell
Plus
it
the-
single per.
plus the cable. So
New marketing idea: sell a single IEM, market it as a stage
you-
monitor.
You don't just get 1. You get 2.
You get
Buy
2.
1, get 1 free. Plus,
Wow.
we throw in this cable
Wow,
And a case.
that's amazing.
in a
Well,
case
That's some nice fake letter.
and a bunch of stuff.
Wow, surprising. Okay, my point is that I think if you just want to spend like $100 or less than $100 on an IEM, I think you should just make sure that it's built right, that so it doesn't break every like 2 years, and then like you shouldn't worry about anything else, like the sound signature, like the whatever, everything else is pointless, because at that point, why should you care?
Wait, can you repeat that again?
Like do you think like sound signature is important, or like technicality, or like tone or timbre or anything like that's important when it's under $100?
I think no matter what, tonality is like 80% of what I care about.
Sure.
So if it has a good
That's why you have a planar, right?
tonal balance, or if it has good FR, I guess, then that's probably 80% there for me.
That's why you have a $6,000 planar in your head, right?
Well, this one has perfect FR, so yes.
Right, because they all sound the same, and you just happen to have the most expensive model, right? Because
also have
because
the
if tonality
cheap- I
matters
also
to
have-
you, if tonality is the 80%, if tonality is the 80% of that, you would have the cheapest Chi-Fi man, because
I
they
do
all
have the
sound
cheapest. I do have the cheapest Chi-Fi man.
Well, no, you don't. You have the most expensive Chi-Fi man.
I also have the HE400.
Wow, I am
or
so
SE,
proud of
sorry,
you.
HE400 SE. Sorry.
Next time, I expect that on your head and selling your $6,000 Chi-Fi man. No, like
I actually, so I leave the 400 SE at work, so I end up actually on a normal week, I actually listen to that probably more than this. Think about that.
think about the fact that it's your throwaway headphone, not the one that you keep at home.
Well, yeah. I mean, I'm not leaving this at work for 24 hours a day. That's for sure.
No, but
But
like, see, that's my point, right? They're like tonality. If tonality is 80%, you wouldn't have the most expensive Chi-Fi man.
But
Well.
those aren't mutually exclusive statements, though. It's
Yeah, it's true.
80%. It's 80% of what truly matters.
So you're
last
saying that because of the
20%
20% difference, he spent an extra $5,600?
Yes, that is exactly what I'm saying.
Well, yeah, of course, because everybody works for Jeff Bezos, and whatever.
You're overpricing the 400 SE. It's only $140 or
Jesus
something like that.
I forgot. Again, I don't know Chi-Fi man pricing. I'm just saying, if you say tonality is 8%, then you shouldn't have the most expensive Chi-Fi man. Well,
That's still not true.
See,
That's still
like,
not
you don't
true.
even
care
have
about. I still care about the
technicality
technical.
and staging and
Yeah.
correct
resolution.
all that stuff. The
But
other 20%.
For probably 80% of my use though, to go to 80% is I'm using it at work or I'm doing other things, so I'm not gonna be sitting there listening to every little detail. Where at this, leaving at home, I can just sit back and listen to music without distractions.
Yeah, but you're only using the other 20% of it. Okay, right, but because
Yeah.
not all of
Yeah.
us can afford to spend an extra $575 on the 20%.
Are you a finance guy?
No, I'm not. I'm just saying, like, it sounds extremely it sounds extremely illogical to when you only care about technicality so little, yet you spend so much money for technicality.
Well, you pay
Right.
for the
I think it
you
begs
pay
the
for the last
question
20%.
actually. I think it begs the question.
Is that where
you know.
is that what this diminishing return everybody's talking about?
Yep, it is.
Yeah.
It's
So,
true.
so let's talk about it. Do you believe, like, let's say two IEMs that do not have the same sound signature at all, like it's completely different, but they're both able to make sound, like the baseline is make sound. Where would you put that in terms of a percentage of similarity?
I will put it as I don't care. You see, here's the thing, right? Depends on how much it costs.
Regardless of cost, let's just say hypothetically. Like for example, let's give you an example. Okay, so humans and bananas have like 50% DNA similarity.
Okay, as of right now, I'd rather talk to a banana than I would you, Carib.
Wow.
I would go and get a banana right now, but I've just used my last banana for a smoothie. But, you know, as of now, a banana is more useful in my body than than I am talking to you. So, yes, if I would have picked between you and a banana, I picked that banana that I had this morning.
Okay.
Okay, but
You're making him cry now. Look
I'm
at you.
sorry.
I'm very sad. I'm
sorry,
gonna
Carol.
go watch something else.
And people say that sober rush is so much nicer.
How about like the this is I don't remember what the HE1 FR is, but I think it's pretty close to Harman, and so is the AKG K371.
Okay.
Well, I mean, if you're gonna talk about frequency response, isn't the
Yeah.
HE400 SE like almost identical to your, Sasvara, except for like a dip at like 10K or something?
Yeah, pretty much.
It's
It's pretty
pretty
much the
close.
same headphone.
It's
Yeah.
like plus or minus a couple dB across, but yeah, pretty much the same. Like all hi-fi man are.
Yeah, that's what I was giving him shit about for literally 20 minutes. Because
What?
it's the same
All
headphone.
hi-fi man sound the same. Yeah.
Yeah, all hi-fi sounds the same and they're all awful. Okay. Going back to Kara's point, right?
The banana thing or what?
Well, yes, no, not the banana thing.
No,
what were you trying to
it's
say?
a legit question though. It's a legit question because if you're gonna if the general sentiment is like, oh yeah, the difference between a $100 thing and a $1,000 headphone is like the last 5% or whatever. Is that actually true though? Is that
Oh no, I don't.
is
I mean,
it actually 5%? It's completely like subjective, right? Like it's completely
I don't think
arbitrary,
you can
is it
put
not?
I don't think you can put a percentage on performance, right?
Yeah, I don't think so either. But,
Like
which is why I bring up the banana thing.
right, like I don't think you can say that like a VX sounds X% better than a U12T in terms of resolution, right? There's not like you can measure resolution like you do in horsepower in a car, right? It's like, oh, the M4 has 300 some horsepower.
Because resolution doesn't exist. I'm joking.
That's right. You have the most expensive Chifi man, right?
Yeah, I'm just
See,
a dumb
that's so you can
dumb
flex
dumb.
on me.
I'm a dumb
That's
dumb.
the only reason it exists.
Oh, but my point is that maybe not like in terms of price, but I'm just saying like maybe under a certain amount, you really shouldn't care about. Like you can't afford to care about all these things if you want to buy something under $100, and there is
Sure.
and there is really no reason for people to care for like I don't know, maybe technicality for under $100, because
Yeah.
for the most part they are all bad.
Below average. Yeah.
Yeah, whatever you want to say.
I mean, yeah, for sure. At the $100 range, yeah, you're gonna be, at least for me, the number one thing is
Tonality.
frequency response. Yeah, tonality. Right. So then that's basically because there's not gonna be a lot of separation between the different. I mean, there probably is, but
No, not
but
really.
there's not a lot in today's market between technical performance between different IEMs in that price range.
Well, yeah. So like,
There's definitely some really bad ones though.
oh yeah. Like so like now because of Chifi, the market is like super exhausted when it comes to the under $100 range. So
Yeah.
wouldn't it be easier if you just um buy, just learn how to read a graph and then buy whatever, instead of wasting your time reading reviews about comparing under $100 IEMs.
I think most people don't know that graphs exist as one thing. I mean, I think that's maybe changing, but that's only if you're like digging into the weeds, like a lot of us who go onto forums and stuff do. But
But
as
what I'm
a
saying is that
as a
like a
consumer,
lot of people
most
don't
people don't know
care.
what that means.
I'm saying
Yeah.
like a lot of people don't
Yeah, a lot
care,
of people
right?
don't
So
care.
they just buy whatever, and that's fine. And honestly,
Or
that's
buy Raycons and whatever.
no, and that, and honestly, like if you ask me, that's probably better. And you know, you don't have to delve into this like fucking shitty hobby.
Yeah.
Or you go read bunch of reviews on $100 IEMs and debate about yourself about which IEM is better, and have to think about it for fucking 2 days about which under $100 IEM people should buy. I think that is the most ridiculous thing. Like I mean like I would think of better time spent than, you know, wasting your time debating which under $100 IEM to buy.
Rush, let me tell you a story when I was like 15 years old.
Oh, here goes.
Like 2 years ago.
No, more like
Wow, you guys,
a while ago.
you are a
But
jackass.
no, I was a very poor boy
You was a very
who
poor boy.
yeah, who did not understand that, you know, you could, well, the Chi-Fi market wasn't really that big at the time. I had like, and to me the thought of spending $50 on an IEM was well, not outrageous, but that was like my upper limit, and I wouldn't like buy anything like above that point. So, you know, I go around, read all these Chi-Fi reviews about KZ and whatnot, and like, oh, but I don't know if I like trust AliExpress or whatever. So do you know what I ended up with? I ended up with a Sennheiser sports IEM that I could buy through Best Buy for $50.
Nice.
And it was it I used it all the way until like university, like first year university. So quite a while. It wasn't like amazing, and then after it broke, that's when I started like looking into Chi-Fi, but like, or more into like the actual IEM market. But to me, the people who are looking at IEMs below the $100 mark would be someone like that who, you know, they're really young. The thought of spending more than X amount of money is outrageous to them for something like this. But at the same time, though, to be fair to your point, is that I guess personal audio has expanded quite a bit, and nowadays you tell someone that the Samsung Galaxy is like $120, they won't even bat their eye, or the AirPods Pro is like $300. Like, you know, it's becoming more acceptable to spend a lot of money on electronics, I guess.
Okay, let me since we're on the since we started the show with the multiverse stuff from Campfire Audio, let me tell you a story about alternative timeline Carib that stick with his Best Buy $50 earbuds and never delve any deeper into audio. He would have spent all those times doing something else more meaningful with his life, and he would be like a successful doctor by now.
Damn, bro.
Like, you see, the point is that this that one got a little bit too deep. I'm sorry.
No,
That
it
was my
didn't.
bad. That was a little bit too deep. But I get it that it's, you know, it's part of your hobby to write reviews and to review garbage. And you want to you know, like pick up two pieces of poop from the side of the street, and you want to smell them both, and you want to tell the people which one smells better. Obviously that's your personal hobby. I'm not going to judge. Personally, I don't spend my spare time smelling poop off the side of the street, but I think they both smell pretty bad if you were to ask me when I walk by them.
Okay.
Okay.
Not exactly sure how to respond to that.
I don't think you should. I think like again, like you're right, and there's definitely a lot more IEMs now than we did like maybe like 2 years ago when you were 15. But that just means that it's probably better to just. Would you say it's easier to just blind buy right now and hit something good under $100 compared
Are
to
you
5
talking
years
like
ago?
What do you mean by
you're talking
blind
like
buy?
Just like
randomized?
okay. I'm gonna go on Amazon right now. Support Amazon. Okay. I'm gonna type in
I'm gonna do that too.
IEM 100. IEM under 100. What's the first one that comes out? Wow. Okay.
So here's the problem, Rush. Okay,
Okay,
here's the
Tide
problem.
Pods,
You already
never
have a
mind.
selection. You have selection bias right from the get-go because you typed in IEM instead of earbud.
Okay, earbud.
Your headphones.
Okay, earbuds under Samsung Galaxy Buds plus true wireless earbuds. There you go.
Oh, those are nice. The first thing that shows up for me is Amazon Basics in-eared headphone earbuds with
Wait,
microphone.
did you search earbuds under 100 or did you?
No, I typed in headphones. Okay,
Oh,
me type
okay.
in earbuds.
Type
I
in
typed-
But
earbuds.
you know, your
yeah,
searches are kind of tailored to what your previous searches are too.
Okay, I never searched true wireless before, so there's that.
Oh, that's a good one. What was True Wireless Show?
I typed in earbuds under 100 and I got showed Monster Wireless, which are 100 Canadian.
Monster?
Okay. Yeah.
Like the
My
brand
bad.
Monster?
Right. You need to do it the American. Sorry, we don't do the bad currency here. But like
We'll do Amazon.com and I'll wipe my cookies. We'll see.
Wireless earbuds. I'm gonna type in wireless earbuds. The first thing that shows up for me under incognito mode is Donnerton wireless earbuds, Bluetooth 5.0 headphones,
why?
$29.99.
Really? Are you serious?
20% off of coupon and get it as soon as Monday, November 15th.
Did you do it on Amazon or what?
Yeah.
What?
I think reality isn't the same as what you think it is.
Well, no. I somehow I have Samsung Galaxy Buds Plus. I don't know what you guys talking about, and you guys have fucking something other off-brand. So
What'd
obviously,
you type in? Wait, what'd you type in?
earbuds under 100.
Okay, I'll do that. Earbuds
Under 100.
under $100.
No, not even dollars, just 100.
First thing that shows up for me is JBL Tune 225 TWS,
Motherfucker.
which is the same brand.
Oh, is
I
it?
guess. Yeah, JBL is owned by Harman, which is owned by
Right,
Samsung.
but I don't think that's the same as
The second one is Stephia something, and then third one is Beat Studio Buds,
Yeah,
which look kind of
the
cool.
first one in mine is Tozo T10, which costs about $30. It's a wireless as well.
well, whatever. Okay.
The algorithm, like
Ma- ma-
the
ma-
algorithm
ma-
wants you
maybe
to get
not to my
Samsung
point. Maybe
T-Buds.
not to my point. But my point is that if you were to just buy some random like spin the wheel on some random IEM under $100, you're most likely landing on something that's okay.
No.
Top best earphone or best earbuds. Well, best wireless earbuds.
Why wireless? Okay.
Okay, fine. Because most people are gonna buy wireless nowadays.
No.
So I'm gonna type that in YouTube, and the first thing that shows up is AirPods versus Samsung versus Sony versus Jabra.
Okay. Nice. Whatever.
No,
A whole bunch of ads. With a whole
that-
bunch of ads for Raycons.
A whole bunch of ads for Raycon. Nice.
Yeah.
So you guys go look at the podcast text. One of my friends recently sent me this picture. It's a
That's
Fio.
the DD. Oh yeah, that's a Fio. Yeah.
I don't know which one it is, but
Oh, that one.
Carib, do you know that one? You're the resident Chifi person. It's
I
their
don't know the exact model, but it's one of the
H5?
newer ones. I think it's like some, huh?
it's their
H5.
semi-open. It's like $250.
Yeah, I think it's about. That sounds about right. Let's see. Let's look up the images here.
FH7.
No, this is different. Yeah, it's not FH7, is it?
I don't know.
It is, yeah. I think so.
Yeah, no, it's not.
There's also FD5,
No,
but
no,
that's not
no,
the
it's not.
FD5.
Never mind. No, I got it. Nope. I don't know. But
That's
Is
either
it
FH5 or
FH7?
FH7.
I don't know what it is. But it doesn't really matter.
FH3? Okay.
It's $250, and what the fuck?
What's the point of this?
My point is that my friend sent me this on on one of our Weeaboo Discord, and
You're getting spam. In
I
the
know,
chat.
I know,
Yeah,
it's great. I'm like, what the
This is what
fuck?
happens when we look up ads on Amazon and
I know,
YouTube.
that's awful. We shouldn't sponsor by Amazon.
Yeah, can we get Amazon to sponsor this, please,
We
Sam?
are sponsored by Amazon. Buy your Raycon. This podcast is sponsored by Raycon earbuds.
Yes, sponsored by Raycon,
They,
please.
they have the best earbuds made. And then what is the talking point again? I forgot.
It has about 60% of the tonality of the Sasfara. About 6,000.
Let me see if I can block this person.
So instead of like just telling him it's bad, it's like, okay, you should just not buy anything else anymore. I think like
I think that's fair. You know, if he's not that deep into the hobby, I think that's totally fair. Just get that and quit.
Yeah, what? Sorry.
but you know, that's the same person who bought the Aria before, and now he just bought another Chifi that's literally 3 times the price.
And that's the problem of getting into the hobby.
Right, exactly. But he's actually not in a hobby. He just want to buy things expensive stuff.
Okay, and so then what you're gonna tell me is tomorrow he's gonna show up with a Symphonium Helios, right?
Probably not. I mean, he does have 2 kids, so like, you know, priorities.
Yeah. So that's a Helios.
I'm gonna hit this fly real quick on my monitor.
Get
Play
it?
by play.
Okay. I didn't want to whack it
PETA's gonna go
on a
delete
fly.
this video.
I didn't hit him.
We're-
No
Yeah,
animal
we're
was
getting-
harmed
we're
during the
getting
making of this
the
audio
entire
Discord
tribe.
podcast. Whoa, that was some spam.
Yeah.
What was my point again? Oh,
I have
yeah.
no idea what your point was.
Don't.
Is the person in the audio rabbit hole? Probably at this point.
Well, no, I don't think that people should care too much about just cheap things. Just don't get into.
That's all they can afford. You said he has 2 kids. That's all you can afford.
No, but like, just don't get into it, and then be okay with your Aria and don't buy anything else. You see, that's the thing, right? I don't think people should see this fly. Gonna get a call from PETA.
I mean, I guess here's a question though. Well, so why didn't he just buy the G Buds or if he already has them for free or whatever, why didn't he just get that and stick with it?
I think he just wanted some good IEM for his waifu music, but the point is that, like, like he's my friend, so like I used to give him shit about.
You bullied him into buying IEMs.
File? Into buying file?
You know, like, no, I just told him stop buying fucking Chi-Fi, but he kept buying Chi-Fi. It's fucking annoying.
Well, that's what happens when you tell people keep buying VX. And
Yeah.
you're like, oh, VX is Chinese, so all Chinese must be good.
That's not how it works, but I didn't kill it. How do you even kill that fucking fly?
Rush, I'm disappointed is in why did he get a file and not something that we shill on audio discourse?
Because
We
like
have literally never
no, because I
tried.
thought it would be better if I just stopped talking about audio to him like entirely, so he wouldn't buy anything else.
Bio is like the Apple of China, though, isn't it?
Like how about this? Like if you buy any Chi-Fi that's not QDC, then you're just literally wasting your money. Like here's the download. Like no, that's literally a waste of money. That's literally a $400 headphone, like with a $5,000 upcharge.
But who are you to say that it is a waste of money? Shouldn't it be him who enjoys his new fancy IEM, who tells you whether it was or was not a waste of money?
I'm saying that, like, it's just there are better options that's not made in China.
That is correct.
I don't know. The
It does.
Timeless is made in China, and it's also around that same price.
Yeah, it's also timeless. See, that's different.
The Timeless.
I know.
Good IEM. Whoa, shill.
Oh
10 out
my
of 10.
god. All right. All right. You guys can have your 20-minute timeless talk.
I have nothing more to say about the Timeless, to be honest.
Oh,
I did
really?
post
Yeah,
my
me
review on
That's it?
Headfi today, though.
Yeah, I posted my review on headphones.com. Please take a look. It is a very, very good review with a lot of fair balance included within it.
You okay, Caleb, you saying fair and balance is kind of like saying Fox News saying fair and balance. My review is fair and balance, of course. So does Fox News. They play that on their ads before like fucking like Glenn Beck comes on before he
I don't
yell
know
at
if
people.
does he even know what Fox News is? He lives in Canada.
He knows what Fox
I know what Fox News
Like
is.
fucking-
It's the one that shills Trump, right?
Yeah, like it's like, oh, Fox News, fair and balanced. Here's Tucker Carlson, tell us how why fucking immigration is Nazism. I'm like, whoa, that was quick. Okay, since you guys don't want to talk about timeless, and we've been on for an hour. One last topic.
He just killed half our viewing
Yeah,
audience.
there's
What?
someone starting. So yeah, go ahead.
Trying to kill.
What's going on?
Last topic.
Oh, what's the last topic?
I'm gonna shit on Reddit real quick. So
Gosh,
I love Reddit.
I looked at Reddit today for the first time in a long time. I mean, not Reddit in general, but
Our headphones?
Our headphones.
Yeah. Okay. So, I feel like we need to do this like our headphone shout out. So I talked about that thread with you guys before. You remember that back in the day, one guy made an average of super review, precog, and criticals ranking lists, and he made an average of all of them, and he plot all of them on a graph. And
That was
saying,
like a couple days ago, right?
right.
Or a
No,
week
not a couple
ago?
days, like 2 weeks ago or like a week ago or something like that.
Yeah.
And he plotted a graph and says that based on the average of all these reviews and their score given, and he did like a curve graph on the diminishing return. So any IEN above the graph will be worth it. Anything under will be costing too much per performance, right?
I did that.
I
I did it on my own ranking list.
Yeah, just filter by answer value thing.
Yeah.
Okay, sure.
He just copied me. I did that already.
Okay, so he copied your idea, and
Yeah.
he did like 3 other people's lists. You're just jealous because you didn't put your list on there. Your list is not well known enough. You're not precog.
I know I'm not.
That's why that's why there's a very high signal to noise in his list. The curve or whatever you call it.
Mine's objective based
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
everything that I put in there is subjective.
Yes.
There's no subjectivity at all.
Of course.
It's quantifiable, in fact. Everything's
Yeah.
quantifiable in yours.
Yep.
Yeah.
Exactly. Just like resolution and staging. So it's so quantifiable.
I don't have resolution staging.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you graph
Mine
them
is based
and
on facts.
based on facts how well they match up to Harmon? That's how you rate your
I thought
IEN.
about trying to figure out
like
or
like
write
a
script
bot
to
like a bot to see how much dB off they are to Harmon in every single.
Some people have done
interval.
that for off Harmon. Yeah,
Yeah.
people have done that.
What-
I want to
what-
do.
like-
I don't want it on off Harmon. I want it off the most objective and factual Android target. Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
Android target.
Yeah.
Shout out to Android target, by the way, the best target curve there is.
Oh my god. Okay.
I never bothered to make my own target curve because I just use ants.
Yeah. See, proven by science.
Prove science of 2 people, 1.5 person.
My target curve matches pretty closely to the B and K target curve that Oratory like extrapolated from speakers over to headphones from the 1970s. Pretty close to it.
Yeah.
So
Definitely.
it's pretty close to Oratory's. It's pretty close to Oratory's and Crin's target curves.
Yeah, target curve of your time, 1970s.
Well, yeah.
He's like, yeah. I'm
I am.
lost.
I am in between Gen X and millennial.
Okay.
So.
But my point is that the guy graph like took an average of the 3 graphs, and then he was like, based on this information extrapolated from the 3 ranking lists.
Yeah, the
I've
dumb
come to the
ones.
turn that the U12T is the best IEM for the money, and I was like, got it. I'm like, so basically he did that because he bought the Moondrop Blessing too, and he
Okay.
wants to upgrade. So he was wondering, without having to listen to any other IEMs, he just took the average of the three of the most popular, let's just say, ranking lists out there. He made an average of all of them and see whoever have the best score per dollar spent.
Yeah.
And basically what he did was like, oh well, I don't want to try IEMs for myself, so I just did this. And I'm like,
I mean, there's
I mean,
nothing
yeah,
really wrong with it,
yeah, if he doesn't have the means to do it, like the next
especially during
best thing
COVID
is-
times.
like, I think in a way that, like, he was saying on his post is like, he is against like buying and selling IEMs
Mm-hmm.
and trying them one at a time.
Mm-hmm.
So he would rather just look at reviewer rankings instead of trying it firsthand.
Yeah.
So you're saying that so you're saying the guy is gonna blind buy a U12T.
Look,
There could be worse. There could be worse things to blind buy.
Precog blind bought a U12T, and now he's at the very top of the review world. So I mean,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
you
Definitely.
find something-
Yeah. Of course. Next precog vision in the making.
I mean,
Of
it's
course.
like I've been wanting to talk about sports discourse forever, but
No, I don't.
in
know about
the college football bowl championship series that was between like the mid 2000s till up until recently, until they had the playoffs, they had the ranking for the end of the year for every college football team was based off of, I think, like 10 or 12 different ranking systems. Some were computer based, some were voting based by the press, and some by voting based by coaches, and a whole bunch of other like different ways to rank it, and then they all combined to one
right.
giant ranking score that gave you the you know,
Yeah.
the number one, number two, whatever team
Yeah,
in the country.
that's also how 538 projects their polling and voting.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yep.
They poll, they weight all the reputable pollsters, and then they combine all their polling data to project the state winner for presidential elections, or or gubernatorial race. And
they
it makes
blew
sense
in
because
2000 they blew it in 2016.
right, because the college football scene is a $1 million business, and it makes a lot of sense to do averages of what's the best team. And I would say the presidential election is definitely also a $1 billion business because of all the campaign contributions.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And those takes a lot of time and efforts. And if I as a avid believer of polling and voting in 538, I do think that's, yes, it's definitely works, but like, holy shit, if you're gonna do that for IEMs,
Just
it's
go
not
to
like okay,
audiodiscourse.com and
right,
check
but
out
like
the ranking list.
it's not like saying, oh, I want to, okay, so let's say next year, right? Let's say Donald Trump is running next year, and obviously we have the incumbent of Joe Biden.
Please don't say that.
Well, I don't care. Like, not that it matters, right? It's not like saying, oh, I wonder who is the better president. I'm going to go talk to Donald Trump, and then I'm going to talk to Joe Biden and see which president I want to pick. Like, you're not going to fucking do that, right? Like, there's no, like, unless you're a fucking $1 billion rich Republican donor, you're probably never going to go see Donald Trump in the flesh. So you're going to have to, like,
I'm gonna
fucking
go to their town halls.
sure.
That he skipped.
Did you know actually going to the town halls, like, actually you have to donate money to go to the town halls?
Oh well, I wouldn't be surprised.
So for Democratic town halls last year, when the
No, I'm
Democratic
talking about the town hall that between the two candidates right before
oh
the
yeah
election.
well, I don't know something about that, but for the Democratic ones, you do have like, they're for like rich donors, that it's kind of hilarious. But my point is that, like, yeah, like, you're not like, for like presidential elections, obviously you can't really like meet the president to like, or the incumbent, or the his opponent,
The candidate. Yeah.
right, the candidates. So you have to like watch TV and like fucking whatever to based on your best judgment to pick which fucking president you want to pick, right? Not that it matters, right? You're buying a fucking $1,000 IEM. It's not the president. You can just spend $1,000, buy the IEM, try it, don't like it, sell it, get a new one. Like, you don't have to like do whatever. Like, the guy literally did what 538 does. Literally, like, you know, make an aggregate of like of people's ranking lists. Like, literally, they're polling of their numbers. And he was like, oh, based on their review, 12T is the best IEM. Sure. But there's a lot easier way to do that. Spend $100, spend $1.5 buy a 12T. See if it's good. I don't think I can spend.
I don't disagree. Especially since
like, if you have the fucking
you could buy these used and then sell it for pretty much how much you paid for it. Maybe you'll cover the shipping costs, but that's not like $30.
Yeah,
that's
not
bucks.
too much money to lose. Like, it's, you know, like, so I'm just
For an
saying
in-home demo for as long as you want. Yeah, it's not too bad.
So like, it's not like, why would you have to do what like whatever the fuck 538 does?
But there are some IEMs that are harder to find. So like used or whatever. Like, I don't know, like that Troyoli thing. Like, that doesn't show up on a used market very often, and no one carries it. So
yeah, but then like, that's when you just kind of gave up and not try things that's not available to you, right?
Yeah.
Like, it's like saying that, okay, so I also want to meet like Ralph Nader. You remember him?
Yes.
Well, obviously he's never gonna win the presidency, but sure.
Get like 0.5% 1 year or something like that. Or...
Oh, Carib's gone.
Oh no, he didn't like our American talk.
He did not. He's too Canadian. I have to refix my the thing. Very professional. Very professional. Carib's gone. He didn't even say goodbye.
Maybe he lost service or something.
Nah, Carib just doesn't like our American talk. No, I'm just saying that's kind of... It's really... I feel like it's pointless, and I feel like he's wasting too much time, and I also feel like it's kind of retarded to call 12T the best IEM ever. I'm honestly just super bitter about that.
I have it ranked... I do have it ranked number one on my list,
and you're so fucking.
But I will never buy one. I don't think.
I don't know why anybody would ever buy one. Like, theoretically, it's supposed to be a good IEM.
It is a good IEM. It's just I don't know. I have number like 2 and 5 on my list or something like that.
I just think it's very soulless. Like, it just doesn't have any like charming points about it. It's just like It's, I guess you'd be happy with it, but like, honestly, it's not very exciting of anything. Right?
Yeah.
It's like it's the be average student, but except you had to pay a $1.5 for it.
It's the one, if someone were, if someone had, hey, I have $2,000 to spend, I want to blind buy something, I don't really care, I need something to buy right now. It's the one I would recommend, like, off the bat to anyone.
You mean it's a $2,000 mediocrity that you can buy? Like,
it's still a good IEM.
Well, I mean, it's $2,000 good. I mean, I'm not gonna say it's not worth its price. I never say it's a bad IEM. I'm just saying it's so boring that I don't think anybody should buy it. Like, it's like saying, oh, I have so much money to spend, I just want to spend the money. You're right, and I'm not really an audiophile, so I just want to spend $2,000 on IEMs. What should I buy? Well, at that point, you should really just buy something cheaper and spend the rest of the money somewhere else. But if you're so rich, you don't care about $2,000, then I guess you can buy the 12T.
Well, yeah. I mean, it's...
Oh, no, I have more money than sense. What should I buy? Buy the 12T. I don't want to think. I don't want to think about things. It's like, obviously I care about this hobby.
Remember how you used to say that the VX is a good reference point? To like decide, like, oh, is this is what I like or don't like, whatever. But I think the 12T is a good example. Like, oh, you can listen to it and then like, oh, I want more, I don't know, more bass, then you can get, I don't know, some Empire Years thing instead. Or if you want more treble, you can get, I don't know what has more treble than that. That's good, but
well, no, like back in the day, VX is my reference point for like multi-BA IEMs.
Yeah.
And
well,
I think
U12T is also a multi-BA.
Yeah, like so like when you get to that price range, which is like what, $2.5 MSRP, which is what both the VX and 12T is, like you should have a certain standard of resolution and staging, and like that should be presented. and an IEM. Like, whether or not that matters to people, whatever, right? So like, I think that, you know, if you're spending almost one and a half or $2,000 on an IEM, it should really be technically on par with the QDC 8 series. But a lot of those IEMs don't, right? Like, you can argue, debate on, you know, you can do the debate on which one's better, 12T or VX in terms of technicality, but, you know, whatever.
Yeah, they're different.
Right. Like, 12T definitely sounds a lot warmer, so it sounds a lot less resolving because it's warmer, right? And VX sounds
VX
very
is
lean,
very sharp.
like very sharp and lean, so it sounds like very, like, you know, aggressive and like has a lot of resolution. But the thing is that at that point, it's like, depends on what you like, right? But if you want something that's a little bit warmer at $2,000, you might as well just buy the VE8 to a certain extent. Like, there isn't, like, if you want,
I like the V8.
You don't like the V8?
No, I said I like it. I would. The next IEM I buy at that price range would probably be like the VE8 or something similar to it.
Right, but my point is that you, like, at a point that if you really are into this, so like let's going back to your stupid argument about you know, 12T, right, and $2,500 like IEMs. I'm the opinion that, you know, if you're willing to put $2,500 into this hobby, for most people you would care a lot about this hobby, right? It's like, okay, I'm gonna buy something $2,500. For most people, $2,500 is a lot of money.
Yeah,
right? That's
a lot of money. Yeah,
right. That's
for an IEM. Yeah,
I can't think of a single thing that I have that's more than $2,500 right now.
Your speakers.
I mean, like, they don't cost more than a single one of my speaker. Well, both of my speaker combined will cost, no, you know what? Both of these speaker combined cost a little bit more than $2,500. I bought them for just under $3,000.
Yeah.
So like, I'm just saying, like, right? I can't really think of anything well, maybe my car, but, like, you know, that's a car.
Your house.
Well, I don't have a house anymore, technically. Recently sold, recently homeless. So, like, obviously, if you're gonna spend $2,500, that's a lot of money, and I think, like, you would care enough about this hobby to like find out what you like, right? And that's like, I want to go back to my argument like about earlier, right? If you're gonna spend $100, that's like literally like peasant money. If you're a peasant, you shouldn't care about, like, bourgeoisie things. Like, you know, if you're part of the proletariat, you should not care about bourgeoisie things like resolution and timbre and staging. You know, that's like for the rich people, you know.
Wow,
you only care about
you are classist.
you of the proletariat can only care about the 80%, which is the tonality. So, like, obviously you're gonna care a lot about, you know, the technicality and all that stuff. So you're gonna find out what you like, right? So if you like warmth and you like, you know, like, pleasant tuning, I think like VE8 would be a better deal. And if you like resolution and if you like like, you know, staging and resolution and like technicality, I think VX is a better buy, right? If you like bass, if you like, you know, slam, you probably buy a Z1R or a, you know, Empire Ear if you want like even more bass, right? So
If you want all of that, you get the Odin.
Yeah, that's $1,000 more than the budget though, right?
Oh, fine.
So,
oh my gosh.
What?
So when we started this big, Washington, I don't know, my shirt was up beating your school by quite a bit.
Oh.
And now I just turned it back on and we're losing by 11 with 32 seconds left in the game.
ASU?
Yeah.
Really, that bad? Whoa.
We were up by, I think, like 10 or 11, like not like a few minutes
Welcome back
ago,
to
so I'm not
Sports
sure what the heck
Podcast, where I
happened.
tell Anthony why my state is better than his state. The Arizona Cardinals is 8-1 right now, first in the league, and only team to only have one lost. And right now, the ASU, which my school, do you went to Washington State?
No, I went to University of Washington.
Oh, the wait, that's Washington Huskies? Is that University of Washington or Washington State? That's your school,
No,
right?
Washington State is the Cougars.
Okay. The Cougars?
Yeah. Yeah, like the cat, like a mountain cat.
Yeah, also the other meaning of a I wasn't thinking
Yes, there are a bunch of MILFs running around.
Okay, we're gonna wrap this up. I just yeah, okay. So like, going back, right? I just don't think there's a reason to buy 12T unless you don't care about anything, or you just want to buy, and you try to tell yourself the 12T is a good IEM.
It is a good IM,
Sure,
but I would personally buy something else.
right?
Which I have.
Exactly. I think anybody would. Like if you're not okay, if you have all the information available to you, so like if like in a perfect audio world, if you were allowed to demo every single IEM of that price range, I am willing to bet that almost nobody would buy the 12T of the $2,500 range.
No one would buy it. I don't know about that.
Almost nobody. Like I would think that just because that it's so general and so all around, but it's not good at anything, then you would never just like if you're so bland, of a person, right? And you don't care about audio, and you're so bland of a person without any personality, and you just want to buy something with $2,500,
I think most people
would prefer something over
I'll
the
agree
other,
and
right?
disagree. So I think people who only buy one IEM, I think they could stick with the U12T. But
No, I will buy the VA.
Most people who are in this hobby, unfortunately, or good or unfortunate, I don't know, who have a 2,000 or 50, over 1K IEM, typically have more than one. They have like two or three, and then in that case, yeah, they might not have a U12T. They might have two or three different other things that cost in the same.
Yeah, that's the same study
over
about
1K.
Right. That's the same study about most people have more than one Ferrari, right? If you're a Ferrari owner, most people would have more than one Ferrari. They did that study, right? The number of people who owns yeah. They did a study of number of people who owns one supercar. Like almost nobody only owns one supercar.
Well, they gotta have a backup one just in case.
No. They have like most people who owns a supercar usually have more than one. Like most supercar owners usually have more than one supercar.
I guess I guess just like not necessarily supercars, but just like sports cars or whatever.
Right. No. They did a study on like a car that's over $100,000. Like most people like have a car like or more than $200,000 or something like that. I don't remember when they did it. Like maybe like $300,000 or something, like because like it was like the Lamborghini Taycan or something like that. It was like $300,000. So like anybody who has a supercar, like anything that's more than $300,000, have another car that's more than $300,000. So like almost nobody would have only one car that's over $300,000. So that's kind of like if you're like a car enthusiast, like to collect cars, maybe you have more than one IEM that's more than $2,500. But no, no, like to my point is that I would still buy the VEA. You know what? I would buy the VEA over the VX if I would have one IEM. I don't have a single IEM right now, so there's that.
Oh, you have something, right? You have like the ultimate ears or whatever. Or...
Oh yeah, there you go. Best IEM ever. From
my first, what you had?
my Tri-Fi 10. I still have it.
Yeah.
I don't know where it is, but I still have somewhere in the
classic.
Closet. The classic. All right.
Yeah. All right.
This is the end. No more. And any closing thought?
I just watched my team lose, so not really.
Do you think the Arizona Cardinals will win the Super Bowl this year?
No, I don't think so. I think it'll be somehow Tom Brady again, or I don't know. The Rams has got a Odell Beckham Jr., but they'll be the Rams that just screw it up in the playoffs. So probably Tom Brady in the Bucs.
Fuck Tom Brady. No more. Did you know that after, like, if he win, I don't think, like, do you think Tom Brady will play another year if he wins this year?
Yeah, I think so.
So he's gonna play for a third year.
He'll probably play till he's 60.
I don't think so. You know what? They're gonna lose. The Tampa Bay is gonna lose. And here's my prediction: they're not gonna win. Well, obviously they're not gonna win. They're never gonna win. And Tom Brady's gonna retire, but he's under a 5-year contract. So the Buccaneers gonna have a shit team for the next 3 years. Because they have all these old players on their freaking team that's on a 5-year contract because Tom Brady's there. And when Tom Brady retires, they're all gonna retire, and like the Buccaneers not gonna have any money. The Tampa Bay team is not gonna have any money for the next 3 years.
I think they typically try to work out some sort of,
No,
severance
like
type
they
thing.
no. The only reason they try to do it is because they won the 2 Super Bowl, and like they won that last one, and then if they keep winning, sure, but like they're not gonna win this year. All right, that's our sports Discord.
I'll have to have
podcast.
more.
We'll talk more NFL football next week. Probably not.
All right.
Good night.
Yeah.
They better not fucking win. I swear to God.